gas prices are high for one reason: NATO. Well, two reasons. Because y'all a bunch of crybabies and fall for everything that the government says, etc. All y'all people saying, I support Ukraine, I stand with Ukraine, I don't want to hear y'all saying shit about gas prices. Shut the fuck up. If you say I support Ukraine or I stand with Ukraine, I don't want to hear shit. Because this is y'all fault. The reason gas prices are so high is because NATO has decided that NATO countries are not going to buy oil from Russia. Russia being a major supplier of oil within Europe. So what happens is, because Europe doesn't have enough gas because they're not buying from Russia no more, they have to find gas in other places, which raises the oil barrel prices across the world. Now, oil is a limited resource. They can only pull so much in such an amount of time from such areas, etc. And some countries like Venezuela have sanctions on them where we don't buy from them at all because of the communism, etc. that went on in that country. So that can't happen. We have other countries in the Middle East that also have sanctions on them, which we also don't buy from. So what do? Do we forgive a terrorist country, a country that literally openly supports terrorism, and buy oil from them so we can punish Russia for attacking a country next door to them that is technically not our ally? So what's happening now is the Russian oil is not on the market. So the limited amount of oil that is on the market has to be shipped to everybody who needs it now. So therefore, the prices of the oil are going up because it's a limited supply. You know how it goes, supply and demand, limited oil. NATO has raised the gas prices. We are paying for this so-called punishment of Russia. So for the rest of this year, for the rest of the time the gas prices are high, if you have a Ukrainian flag, if you say I stand with Ukraine, if you say I support Ukraine, shut the fuck up. Because it's because of y'all that gas prices are so high. Russia is being punished because of the public outcry from y'all to support this openly racist country, a country that has a vast history of racism and is anti-LGBT as well. Let's put that on the table, because you cannot get married if you're LGBT. As a matter of fact, relationships over there were only allowed within the last decade. That's how behind the Ukraine is. So we're not even going to act like the Ukraine is some type of human rights country that helps No, they're not. They're anti-LGBT. They're anti-Muslim. They're definitely anti-people of color. They have a long history of this. They have a whole battalion in their military that uses Nazi insignia, etc. Prices are high because of NATO and because of y'all that fall for everything the media says. I stand with Ukraine and all this. Okay, well, you stand with Ukraine. Stand with these $5 gas prices. And people like me are going to keep complaining about them because I don't think that it's any of our business what's going on over there between Ukraine, etc. There's wars all over the world. We ain't worried about what's going on in Somalia. We ain't worried about what the French did to Haiti. We ain't worried about what the Spaniards did to all these other... We're not punishing them for all the shit they did. We're not punishing America for slavery, Jim Crow, Contra, redlining, all the other things that have been going on. Shit, you want to talk about war crimes? America's got a list so fucking long, I would need a 12-hour video just to mention the atrocities that America has done. Shit, Vietnam alone, I need 10 hours to tell about that. We poisoned our own troops with Agent Orange. So I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. But yeah, you stand with Ukraine, stand with these $5 gas prices. Y'all all a bunch of fucking idiots.